Hello, this is a short video on how to manage users in OCMed's Hospital Hub, and specifically how to add, edit, or inactivate a user. So we're logged into Hospital Hub, and we're on the ImageTrend Medical Center fake mock site. If we click up here, this would be your medical center, your hospital, and we'll have a few options drop down for us. We want to select staff, and this takes us into the staff management interface, and let's go over how to add a staff first. So we'll click on the green plus over there to the right, and we'll have a number of fields come up for us. The required fields are marked with a red asterisk, so let me fill those out. For email, this part is very important. Your users will receive messages from the system regarding password resets and management tasks such as that to their email. This email needs to be their work email. This should not be a unsupervised account or a personal account such as a Gmail, Hotmail, internet provider, etc. This should be their official work email. Also, please do not reuse email addresses. Your email address should not be used for other users' accounts. Each person needs to have their own email set up in the system. Again, especially for password resets, they need to, individual user needs to have exclusive access to that information that's being pushed out by the Hospital Hub system. So let me just put in a fake one here, and I'll save and continue. For the password, we are going to want to ask the system to force a password change on login, and we'll just use a generic temporary password. This can be whatever you want it to be. We use welcome1 a lot for our generic first entry password, but make sure that this forced password change on login is set to yes. For permission groups, you'll have the ability to make additional Hospital Hub local admins like yourself, or Hospital Hub users. So we'll make this person a Hospital Hub user, and their staff, and they're active. Save and continue, and click OK. The permission group that you're setting them as is going to affect their permission group for any other agency that they're associated with. That's what that message is for. However, we use user accounts to isolate users for each facility that they're associated with, so that is not necessarily pertinent for our system. So now we've set them up. There are many other components to their profile, but for our purposes in utilizing the Hospital Hub, they're not relevant. So we've not set up the permissions to view additional components of their profile that aren't relevant. So we're all set now. This person has been created. Alright, so the need to edit the staff if an email changes, if a last name changes, if you want to make them into an admin or you want to take away their admin rights, we'll need to be able to edit. So let's go in here. We see we have 15 users. We see the first 10 here. I'm just going to, instead of going to the second page, I'm just going to reset the number of results that I see on the page, so that I now see my test user account. And I'll open that up, and I'm going to say I want to edit demographics, so I would click here. I want to edit the email, so I forgot to put in their first initial. Let me go ahead and put in their first initial, and I can save that through. If I save and continue, it simply takes me to the next tab. So say I want to change their permission group, I can either save as from the demographics, that would take me to permissions, or I can click on permissions like I just did, and then edit permissions here, and I can make them an admin, and I'll save that, say OK to changing their permission group, and I'm all set. So I'll just stay in the profile to go over the last component, which is how to inactivate a user. So the employee has left your facility; they're no longer working at your hospital, or they've simply moved out of the ED or out of their role and their need to have access to the hospital hub. So I'm going to inactivate them. This is a way and we don't allow users to be deleted, but so we'll use the inactive feature here, and this also allows you, particularly for those employees that are still employed by your facility but might not be working in the capacity to need hospital hub access. You inactivate them now. In the future, if they come back, you can just activate them. So we'll inactivate them on the permissions tab, and it's the current status. Right now they're active. We'll make them inactive, and we'll save that setting, and that's it. Let us know if you have any questions. Hopefully this video has been helpful. Thanks. Bye.